Hello and welcome back. And in this video, we're going to be talking about disclosure groups. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So disclosure groups are basically views that show and hide content. And basically you can you can control the state by creating a state object, and you can control the state of that if the content is shown or hidden programmatically. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look. So we're gonna create first a state variable, and we're gonna create a VStack. Inside this VStack, we are going to provide a disclosure group. So we're going to use the initializer that takes content and a label. Okay, so basically the content is what you want to show. So let me resume. Okay, let's first put this system name. Let's leave the label just like that. Okay, I'll provide some padding. All right. So go ahead and run this, and as you can see, basically the content is shown. And let me bump the size to large title. As you can see, as soon as you click on this chevron, it actually shows or displays the content right at the bottom. Okay, so that's actually what disclosure group does. Now the label part is basically something that you can use a view, because it's a view builder. You can specify and make your label as complex as possible. So for example, you can have an H stack with an image. I mean, it doesn't make sense to have a chevron and chevron, but you know, just something to show you. Okay, so like I said, you can have, like, a really complex view, and as soon as you tap on the item, the disclosure, uh, you can actually display the content of the disclosure. Now you can have basically you can have a label, a string label, instead of using your your this label right here. You can have a string representing what your disclosure group has. So let's take a look at that example as well. So you can use this a label. Okay, and show person, and the content can be like, let's say a stack image. All right, so this can be your disclosure group that actually shows more content as you actually expand and collapse. Right, so that's another way to create a disclosure group. So now you must be wondering, where is this expanded? So expanded is basically going to be used in the next initializer. So let's take a look at that one. Okay, so we're gonna what we're gonna do is basically we are inside the V stack. We're gonna create a disclosure group once again, and for the initializer, we're gonna find the one that takes is expanded. Okay, so let's take the one that takes just a string as label and its content. So that one is perfect. So we're gonna say show person expanded is expanded. For the content, we are going to display our H stack. Okay, so that's our just regular disclosure group. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create another view that has buttons in it. So gonna call this buttons view, and we're gonna bind it with expanded value. Okay, and here we're gonna create an H stack, which is gonna have two buttons there. So we're gonna check a ternary operator basically expanded or not, and we're gonna say collapse. And expand. Okay, and for the action, we're gonna say with animation simply toggle the value. Okay, so your second button, so we're gonna say text, and second one is, so let's create an, so this is animated, so animated, right? And we're gonna create one without animation. Okay, just some formatting fix. All right, okay, so what we're gonna do is that we're gonna call this buttons right here and supply our expanded. Into that. Okay, so that is going to give us, so let's resume, that is going to give us two buttons right here. Okay, and these two buttons are basically going to show us this expansion of the disclosure view programmatically. Okay, so as you can see, this is not animated, so it suddenly appears and disappears, which is not very nice. So let's take a look at the animated version, right? So as you can see, the arrow is animating and your view is also animating. Okay, all right, so that was like, how you can control your disclosure group programmatically. All right, so like all the other initializers we discuss, there are variations for localization, and a regular string available. So all the other initializers sort of like go into that. So you can check it out, and they work pretty similarly. Okay, like the others. But yeah, these are all the initializers that are there for disclosure group, and this is how you create disclosure group within SwiftUI 2.0. I forgot to mention actually that disclosure groups are only available iOS 14 and plus. So your minimum target has to be iOS 14. Okay. So that was it for this video. Hopefully you liked the video. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys in next video. Thank you.